Hi again. Okay, I just wanted to follow up a little bit with some of our discussion, but I wanted to just kind of provide you with an overview of our digital component. I did send you a couple review copies of The Hill and the Hit, but I wanted to show you MindTap, which is available for both of those books, and it's an ebook that kind of comes to life, and I wanted to just give you some images to go with that. Um, this is your instructor resource center here. I actually went in and I loaded it for you so you can actually take a quick look at it yourself by clicking on this Mind Tap right here. It's very simple to create. You can create a course and you enter a start and end date to the course and it pre-populates. So this is what MindTap looks like, and the student version looks exactly the same. Like I said, it's kind of an ebook that comes to life, and it's everything that you see within it is customizable. So I mentioned, I think this is used across Cal Poly. Several schools in Southern California use this book for either Hill or Hit. Um, it's arranged here is again, everything that you see is customizable. The ebook is embedded within it. So again, if I turn my edit tab on, that's where I'll get to that customization ability, but I want to give you a quick tour of what this looks like first. So this is what we call the learning path, and the learning path is arranged into parts and then chapters. So students will expect to see a very uniform look for each of the parts and chapters. If I click here, first we have the cornerstone, the capstone diagnostic portion where students can go in and quickly test their understanding of these various capstones so that they can kind of revisit and make sure they're up to date with those portions of those classes to work through the rest of the content. Again, everything is customizable from where it says count towards grade to point values, etc. And I'll show you that in just a second. If I close this up, then I can expand one of the parts and then one of the chapters. Every chapter is going to first have a video. What would you do? It's going to be a situational video where students are presented with hypothetical situation or sometimes real life scenarios that have happened within companies, and then they're asked to complete questions based upon the video. What would you do as a manager? How would you act as a manager? Again, all this is customizable, point value, etc. All the details that students need to see for a particular assignment are really clearly listed. The next portion we have would be the ebook. There are a couple places to see the ebook. The first one is within each chapter here. So if I click into the ebook, most students that use this at Cal Poly only use MindTap on its own because the ebook is housed within it. They are able to take notes and highlights within the ebook. So it's at the very minimum what they need. We can hover over key terms to get the definition. There will be some videos that are incorporated within the ebook. This looks like it is content heavy on the page I selected, but students are actually able to take notes and highlights within the ebook. And all those are stored on the notes, and our notes and highlights are stored in the study hub here where students can actually create study guides based upon those notes and highlights. I can change font sizes, I can bookmark pages, and I can print pages. I can also have the ebook read to me. So if I click my read speaker here, I can listen to it as I'm driving, or if I just even sometimes needing help pronouncing a certain word, I can just hover over the word and click my read speaker, and that will help clarify it for me. So again, very interactive ebook. I can toggle between chapters here, but it is found within each chapter here and then on the right side of the page in full ebook format. So we have the ebook. Then we have chapter assignments folder where students will have a chapter quiz, a video quiz where, again, it'll be a video that is themed around a current company, and then they'll have questions to answer after the video quiz. There is a guided case in here, and then you make a decision where this is more that you make a decision might be more of our mini simulations. And then there's a group project, and this is where we use this Bongo app where students can actually interact in a kind of an online community where they can see each other online. They can hold each other accountable to certain benchmarks in a project. Some instructors use these, others don't, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. And then we have our study tools folder. So students will expect to see the same uniformity within each chapter. We have an adaptive test prep, which students can create customized quizzes based upon the content. And we have a concept clip. This will help students understand the concept in any given chapter and why it's so important. And then we have the flashcards. So again, I did say that everything is customizable, and the way I do that now is by clicking on my edit tab. This gives me the ability to hide things I don't want to use. If I hide it here, it gets rid of it for me and the student. And then I can also edit. I can edit depending on what type of activity it is. I can click my edit tab. I can add to the description. I can change the title. This is where I would add a due date and an available date. I can even change the locations, edit options. Might be where I could give them multiple attempts or limited attempts, a time limit. I can change point values, etc. So highly customizable. My tab over here is if I want to edit things, multiple things at the same time, where I could do a batch action and edit all of my dates or edit all of my settings all in one quick swoop. So it looks like a lot, but it's actually, we give you lots of content and then instructors will then customize from there. I can always collapse my folders so that I can easily, again, see my chapters here. I can also add and create activities. So I can add units, activity folder at any different level. I can pull some of my own content out of my Google Drive or my Microsoft OneDrive. YouTube, if there's a video I use in class, I can insert that in here. We can also add midterms in here, traditional chapter quizzes, and whatever's lacking here. The test banks are all housed within this as well, and you can create as many as you want by clicking here. You can filter as well by if you only want manually or auto graded. If you only want to see a certain type of assignment, you can filter there as well. Students have two views. One is this learning path view, which they see here. And when they look at it, although they see the same thing you do, rather than seeing this average score and submitted, they will actually see the point value. And then this will actually turn orange if they're working on it or green if they've completed it. So students can quickly go through and kind of see it in that respect. Then we have the calendar view, wherein as you add start and end dates to any of the given assignments, those would populate into this. So students could click into any given week and see what was due. So this is what MindTap looks like in the learning path. On the right side, we have what we call MindTap apps, where students can take notes and they flow into Evernote. A glossary and a dictionary. There is a portfolio builder that they can use here that's free to them after the course is over. They can manipulate the speeding of the reading right here. And then some of these are for you. These are some of our homework banks where, again, that would be separate. We could go through some of that if this is something you ever wanted to use. Adaptive test prep, and we have our flashcards. And then we have our progress app where you would find all the students' grades. You could see how students are trending in the class, where they're struggling as a whole. You can actually view a sample report there. You can change students' settings individually or as a small group, things like that. Lots of maneuverability. This is all integratable into Canvas as well. So you can integrate it at a course level, or you can integrate each individual assignment, which gives you a column within Canvas for those to flow into. Getting started for students right there. So this is what MindTap looks like. It's also available through a MindTap app on a student's phone. I just wanted to give you, I know that you guys are really happy with what you're using. I wanted you to see what's out there. So at your convenience, you could take a look through your instructor account. It's all right here. If you'd like to see it for HIT, I can load that for you as well. I can guarantee you that the pricing with this is will comparable, or if not less than what you guys are using now. I know you're using the CapSims, which we don't bundle with. We do bundle with MikeSpikes, which I did the link in their email for you if you wanted to take a look at that. But again, it also gives, anything that students were to spend on a course would go toward a subscription if they are using our subscription. So if you have any questions, let me know. Wonderful meeting you. But I just wanted to pass on some information to you so that you can take a look at your convenience, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Have a great day.